Double busy, getting busy, do. Yo, what's up, it's me, the double busy. Alright, let's get started on episode 2 of Land of the Rus, with King Rurik the Troublemaker. Alright, we are now the King of Novgorod. We have a lot of troops. I'm looking at this duchy, or Jarldom right here of Novgorod, and notice that this guy over here in Vodi is independent. He has no allies, very few troops. He is ripe for the picking. So we are going to declare a conquest war for the county against him. His troops are vastly inferior and he has no allies. Alright, military, rally point. Let's go ahead and put it right there. Raise all our troops here, and it'll take us 6 days to get all of our troops up. Okay, and then let's decide who we want to command. Should we command it ourselves, or should we let someone else? Wow, 43. Alright, being ambitious and brave, I think I would go ahead and lead the first army myself this time. And then after that we can appoint somebody like perhaps our marshal. Okay, our enemy ran his troops into the taiga, and here's going to be our first battle. I'll go at a speed 2 so that you can watch and see what's going on. Ooh, champion has arrived. Recruit him to court. Demand his conversion. Oh, let's go ahead and pause. Oh, we already captured him. Ha! Nice. And let's go ahead and arrange a marriage for him. Oops, no, find a spouse. Slightly different. Order by prowess, and I always do inheritable traits. Let's see. Ooh, robust with lots of prowess. Let's get that inheritable trait. Alright, we captured that guy. That was easy. I don't really need to siege it down because I don't care about getting the gold. We're going to lose development anyway, I think. So let's just go ahead and enforce demands and see what happens. So be it. Alright, that's now our lands. What happened to this guy? He is unlanded, he has a claim, and he is wandering. And then let's check out this. Controls down to 25. Probably should have gone ahead and just sieged it down to take the loot, but that's okay. Okay, let's go into our council. Let's have him go ahead and raise control because I don't want any rebels. And what do they have? Culture is Estonian, faith is Sumenusko. Do I want to worry about development or do I want to worry about culture? Right now I am building in Novgorod, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the development on. Alright, so the Empire of Russia tends to be all these greenish colored countries. Looking around at our neighbors, our single county neighbor with the weakest military is going to be this guy. So, guess what? You're the next guy to get conquered. Okay, let's zoom in there. Let's go ahead and move our rally point over there. As close as we can get. Raise all of our troops up there. Gathering in just a couple days. And then we didn't even really have to battle, so let's go ahead and be just and give our marshal a chance to show his skills. Head right there for him. Speed 4. Let's see if he'll demand conversion. Nope, we're getting closer. Okay. Champion has arrived. Oh yeah, you're good. Recruit him. He's already converted. Hooray. Oh, find a spouse. I always mess that up. Prowess with inheritable traits. Oh yeah, I like that and I like that. There we go. Clear you out. Speed 4 again. And we'll slow it down to 3 for the battle. Oh, drawn to the flame. There's something peculiar about my steward, Chieftain Caro. It's the way he smiles, the unmistakable rumble of his laughter, or perhaps his fine eyes. I cannot quite put my finger on it, but at least one thing I know for sure. When I am in his presence, I find it hard to focus on anything else. Oh, he might be interested. I will express my undying love for him, starting a romance scheme. And the scheme will have a success chance bonus. The desire doesn't come from the heart. Well, I am gregarious, but I'm also just. And I feel like a character who is both fickle and cynical. It's not necessarily someone that I want to be in a romance with. But the desire doesn't necessarily have to come from the heart. Alright, let's speed up this battle. Moki has wounded the enemy commander. Okay, won that battle. Where'd their troops go? Wow, I guess we wiped him immediately. Right, let's go lay siege. Wow, this is pretty cool. Twins, a son, and a daughter, and both of them are quick. That is pretty neat. But that's going to mess things up as far as claims go, so we'll see what happens there. Prisoner taken, 100%. Let's see what happens if we ransom her for some money. 25 gold? Yeah, I like that. Should still be 100% after that. Go ahead and enforce those demands. And we are now the proud owners of Mozaisk. Now, we are at 7 out of 6 in our domain holdings. So we're doing fine military-wise. Let's go ahead and get our wife to help us with managing our domain. Ooh, wow, we're going to be able to get all the way up to 8. That's pretty awesome. Well, it looks like Chieftain Volodar is our next victim. Only 520 troops to his name, and no allies. Looks like you are the next one. Alright, gathering our troops. Go ahead and send them down here. And who do we want to be the commander? Who is young and could use some experience but doesn't want to die? Well, now that we have another son, we can always risk him, so let's go ahead and see what happens there. Okay, come here and battle these guys, son. Let's see how good of a commander you really are. Ah, running away into the forest, are we? Oh, nope, he's going to stop and go ahead and battle in the hills. Okay, let's go ahead and speed 4 then. A lot of disadvantage, but we were able to capture him. We forced the capture. You know what? I need money, so give me 50 gold, and then I'm going to come lay siege to your capital anyway. Released, that's a good deal. We're still at 48%. He has no soldiers. Now we're going to get... Well, they don't have any loot because they've been getting raided. But we're still going to win, and we got 50 gold out of it. We're getting raided. Oh, really? Okay. So, let's take... Pause the game. Take these troops. How many do we need? 250? Actually, let's just do this. You select this whole army, and you need to start heading up there and go take on some raiders. 17th of August, 11th of August. Let's go there faster. Besides, that raid's almost over by the time we get there anyway. Alright, speed 3. 4. The sacking of Pskov. With the fall of the settlement of Pskov to Chieftain Virius, much of Greater Pskov has been left bare to rampaging Ossalian looters. Are there few local fortresses of size left to oppose them? The raiders have carried off every precious item and scrap of silver they can find. Okay, I curse the meddlesome savages, or I pay and he gains opinion of me. Who is this guy? You're a future victim. Do I want to pay some gold, or do I want to spend some prestige? I need the gold because I want to create another duchy title, so let's go ahead and we can do with the prestige. Martial perk available, strategical impasse. Okay, I already know this one. We can employ both strategies. That's pretty good. And rated, martial. Actually, I want that. Speed 4 again. Watching the siege, watching the raiders. Prisoner taken, 100%. Let's see, can we ransom him again? Heck yeah! Let's go ahead and go up here. Still getting raided. Prisoner released, good deal. 100%. Enforce. And I have gained a level of fame. Nice. Alright, so we're going to try to go up here and take care of these raiders. A troubadour will soon be performing for the court at Torzuk. It would be a simple request to have her change the performance to be a dedication to High Chieftain Kiro, the target of my affection. I am brave, so it will be a bold declaration to the Lord. Greetings, my benign liege. Thank you for your gift of music. The troubadour's performance was greatly appreciated. I always knew you were a man of impeccable taste. Signed, High Chieftain Kira of Luki. Perfect. Since we have 3 counties, Vodi, Mozaisk, and Kozelsk, all with very little control, I think I'll spend some time with my marshal, trying to get control over those counties, and in the meantime, I'll send out my son to do some light raiding. I want my son Helgi to gain some military experience, but Chieftain Karu is clearly a better raider, so I will send him to lead my armies in raiding. It surprised me that High Chieftain Kira and I would have get caught up in a discussion on military matters, but he seems almost as passionate as I am about the subject. He's incredibly well informed, too. Being as ambitious as I am very interested to hear his thoughts on cavalry formations. When I enter High Chieftain Kira's chamber late at night, I am not greeted by a sweet embrace, but a sneering knave. I have endured your laughable attempts to charm me out of politeness, but this I cannot stomach. Stay away from me, you cocky lecher. Well, you're a abhorrent skirt chaser. Now that I've had some time to visit the prisoners from my previous war, I realize that Pucciata is a very learned man, so I have recruited him. Perhaps I will gain him a spouse as well. And Ruslan is a notable fighter, and he has some martial skill as well, so I'll recruit him. A merchant has sent me samples of seeds. Plants she claims are good for health and mind. I must admit I have little experience in nurturing plants, but how hard could it be? I will use these to start a private garden. I'm an ambitious man, and I believe I can learn a lot. Oh, the seeds refuse to grow, though. I should expect so much for early winter. With my sparring grounds completed, I believe it is time to build some gathering halls. High Chieftain Kira will continue developing in the county to lower the costs of construction. While raiding our neighbors, we got in the middle of a little bit of a war here, so let's see how this battle goes. Clearly in our favor, and our champion was maimed, however. Poor Pierdoi. My prowess in conquering my neighbors has led me to gain the gallant trait. My martial and prowess improve, as does my prestige and attraction. High Chieftain Kajevet has caught us out in the open as we were raiding. Let's see how this battle goes. Well, we were victorious, but 2 of our champions were wounded. I believe it is time to go home, lick our wounds, and collect our loot. A woman about my age has arrived at court, and I think I shall take her as my concubine, since I do not need any more children. Soon enough I plan to subjugate High Chieftain Everki, whose troops are inferior to ours. However, first, I shall conquer a county from High Chieftain Velassi, who has very few troops and no allies. I think I shall choose Ruslan as my marshal, as my commander, in order to move faster. Ulenix seems like a good commander, and I shall recruit him to my court. I do demand that you convert. The Battle of Vologda begins. And just that quickly, it is over. Let us now lay siege to the town. Do any of my commanders have any particular skill at sieging? Unfortunately, no. The true enemy of every soldier is complacency, my champion Pierdoi says and folds his hands. We're standing side by side upon the castle's walls, looking down on the soldiers conducting drills below. We could exchange the castle's gate for planks of wood until the arrows in the troops' quivers, he continues. Lead the soldiers in a mock charge against the castle and see how well they do in action. Good idea, you should lead the defenders. Or is our time better spent improving our defenses? Well, I think training is always a good thing. A tightly shut gate and walls that loom high into the sky. Archers can be seen as shadows moving behind the battlements, and a feeling of genuine excitement permeates the air. In the lull before battle, I turn and address the soldiers. My order rings out loud and clear across the field. Do we charge the main gate, or do we bring out the ladders? Bring out the ladders! Taking the final step up onto the walls surrounding the castle, I survey the scene. Many soldiers may have been lost to the archers on the walls, but we will not be deterred. One after another, we overwhelm the defenders and stand victorious over the fallen. I take a deep breath, and then it is time to press on again. Archers, take up your positions! We are unstoppable. The stairwell echoes as another dulled weapon bounces off the middle pillar. For the second time in a matter of minutes, I curse the tight spiral that blocks us from swinging our weapons at the defenders. The heaving breath of the soldiers around me is deafening, and with every repelled attack, they grow more resigned and frustrated. I have to take charge of the situation. This is our last chance to turn the battle. One at a time, stay alert. Be brave, but be diligent. The battle is lost, and the defenders have won the day. Among the celebrating soldiers, I find Pirdoy, who congratulates me on a charge well led. Even if you failed to take the castle, my lord, both the troops and you seem reinvigorated from the change of pace. I can do nothing but agree. Besides, it is comforting to know that my castle will not be overrun so easily. As a defending force, we are formidable. So, while my troops are off conquering, I was practicing. Prisoners taken in siege. Alright, let's ransom him. Can't get any money? No. Siege 1. Child benefits. Okay, let's quickly check and see what we've got in terms of prisoners. No money. No money. We'll deal with you guys later. Are either one of them valuable to the war? No, they are not. Alright, so let's see if they're valuable in other ways. Brilliant strategist. Yeah, let's go ahead and gain a weak hook and recruit him. And then this guy. Oh yeah, prowess. Weak hook and recruit, don't need to convert. Alright, we just gained a champion and a commander. Alright, well, let's just go one county at a time. My daughter, Verkoslava, is leaning towards a stewardship education. I think I will pair her with Elo, who is Midas touched. My son, Dimid, is a curious little boy, and I think that we will need to be curious and learn the feudal ways from our Christian neighbors someday. So I will pair him with Putiata in the hopes that he too becomes a mastermind philosopher. Wherever I go, my courtier Lise is sure to follow. That look in her eyes, the words on her lips, I know exactly what she is after. I tire of these games. Leave me alone, all of you. I have other things to tend to. Another battle at Valoida, and this is sure to end the war. Thankfully, we can ransom for a hefty sum before declaring our victory. And now we enforce our demands to take over that county. Unfortunately, that means I am over my domain holding limit, so I shall take some time to consider which counties to give away. I believe it is time for my son, Helgi, to become an official ruler. Seeing as how the newly conquered county of Valoida is already in line for succession by Helgi, I shall grant the title to him now, and see how he does in controlling his new subjects. Alright, we are going to declare war on our neighbor to subjugate him and all 5 of his titles, and he will become my vassal. Find out what happens next episode. Double busy, getting busy, do.